hello. I say hello and what's up and how you doing and aloha and however you say it, just say it. What's up?
What's
What's
up?
up? I am the one and only Dark
Oh
Lord
my goodness.
100, aka Double KK Double. Below me right now is the man with the master plan, the co-founder, and the host of MVT Deuce, the one and only Saint. How you
Blow on
doing,
the
sir?
screen. Blow on the screen, but never blow anyone.
No, I'm just joking.
And next to us, the man with the jokes, is the host of the night shift, the man that keeps you entertained on the late night tip, the one and only Dave Arun Squire. What's up, brother?
How's it going, guys?
We are.
Sorry that we've had technical difficulties with night shift the past couple nights. Had issues with the Xbox controller, so I'm going to try to go grab a new
Yeah,
one today.
yeah,
Yeah,
we need answers, bro.
Nice.
We need
I'm
answers.
okay. First, I thought that it was just the rechargeable battery that wasn't working, so I went and
Right?
got a new battery and charger set up uh, from you know local video game store that we will not say on air because we're not
Yeah,
getting
yeah, yeah.
compensated.
We're not
But
getting paid. We're not getting paid for that. Yeah.
everyone knows who I'm talking about. So I got that,
Okay.
popped in the battery into the controller, popped on the charger, lights green, everything's okay, and I start playing. It's like, no, it's not the battery. It's actually the controller
Oh no.
that's effed up. So
Well, there you go.
I try with one of my old Xbox One controllers. It works, but that controller is all janky. It's got issues where it's wanting to pull up on either the D-pad or one of the thumbsticks.
So it
So the
sounds like you
controller,
have stick drift.
yeah, I got stick drift going up. So I gotta get me a new controller now.
Nice.
So
Works.
hopefully after, oh yeah, thanks, Kev. Yeah,
Sorry. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry. Football Sunday, man.
watching.
49ers.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
yeah.
So yeah, so after we get off here, I'm going to go try to grab me a new controller real quick.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, I, I,
Good,
I
good stuff.
I just begged one of my best friends. She asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, "Well, you can get me this. You can get me this." And I was like, "You want to know what you could really get me if you want to get me something that makes me really happy?" And she's like,
Hmm.
"What?" I'm like, "Get me two functioning Xbox controllers for my Xbox
Yeah,
Series S." I was like, "Cause I have two broken ones that I can't use. One is the RB
yeah.
button doesn't work. The other one, the right stick is all fucked up. Like, I'm using my daughter's Xbox One controller right now. It ain't right. She wants to use
No,
it. It's one of her
yeah,
favorite controllers,
I know.
you know.
Yeah,
And so I told her, I was like, cause guess what I'm about to do? Guess what I'm about to do on Friday? I'm about to go buy myself, so she can buy me two more, so that way I can have two and a spare.
yep,
Like, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
yep.
So,
This is why. See, and you know what though? And I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Any Xbox owners or anything like that out there in America, but y'all need to step. Y'all really need no Microsoft on some real shit. Need to step up and make rechargeable controllers.
Yep.
oh, they're out there. They're just super fucking
And I,
expensive.
All the right, but all
no,
the
no, I'm
rechargeable is all third party. It's not like
yeah,
PlayStation
Yeah.
where they've got the battery built
yeah,
inside.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
that's the one thing. That's the one thing I have not had had to deal
right.
with
And
our batteries.
yeah,
Now with my Xbox 360, I had a rechargeable I had a rechargeable pack
yeah,
Okay.
same
back
Yeah.
here.
then, but like what the hell happened with the
Yeah,
Xbox One and
same.
batteries?
Yeah, and we're
That's
not
like
talking,
taking a walk backwards.
and we're not talking that short bus charge and play pack
No.
that you have where it's a
Right,
rechargeable battery with a USB cable. No,
right.
no, we're talking about like an actual cradle that you can put it in to. You're leaving money on the table for all
Yeah.
these third party people.
Definitely.
Microsoft.
Definitely.
Right.
That is not Microsoft shareholder value right there.
I would agree. I would agree. That's not bringing in profits. That's not. Maybe the Xbox Series Y and Z will have you know let's say we'll have some wireless controller battery built-in controllers.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
because
yeah.
that's not cool because I know Roxy when she changes when sometimes gets in the middle of a fucking game and it's like right in the middle of some dead island shit and then all of a sudden the battery starts to go out. Like what kind of fuckery is that,
See, that's why I always keep two controllers charging so that when the first
man?
battery dies, swap them out. Bam, keep going.
Right, right.
Nah. Anyway, all right. So, gentlemen, we opened up definitely hot here. We're gonna keep this going. Dave, you had a little subject for us about something you found
Yep.
out over the weekend or
And
over last week.
yeah, Saint, don't don't hurt me on this, but
Oh,
we gotta address the elephant that's in the room now with pop culture, which is the trial of P Diddy, in that a law firm opened up a class action suit for victims of P Diddy.
okay. Now, is this class action lawsuit? Is this on paper or is this some
Yes.
rumor or has it been filed for like
No,
for
it's
real?
it's it's they're starting the filing process. This is for real.
No.
They they are they began filing all the paperwork. The class action is anyone who was billed by Diddy.
Diddle by Diddy.
They opened they opened up a 1-800. I knew that'd get you. Um, they opened up a 1-800 phone line for victims of P Diddy's predations to call in, and in the first 24 hours, the first day that this was open, 1,200 calls.
I wonder how many of them are actual cases that they're going to take on.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
like you open up a hotline like that. Like I said, you gotta get. We talked about this a little bit offline, but you gotta be getting some calls that are like
Oh
just
yeah,
random people saying, "Yeah, I was at Diddy's house last Wednesday and he touched me."
yeah.
Like
And
you know what I'm
this
saying?
is
Like,
yeah. It's you know I'm not saying that that there's at least 1,200 victims.
yeah,
I am saying that
out of those
there's an
1,200,
awful lot, yeah, out of an awful lot of smoke. There's going to be some amount of fire happening in there.
I agree.
and
Okay,
that's what the law firm is there for, to sort out the bullshit
exactly.
from the actual
Right, exactly.
cases.
I mean,
But
this
wait a
is
minute. So you mean to tell me 1,200 people, at least 1,200 people, have
mm-hmm.
decided to get in on this class action lawsuit?
Yeah.
Try, try to.
They're
Uh,
going to try.
yeah, that's
Try.
like
Right.
like I
Yeah,
said, attempt
yeah.
Right.
and to get money out of Diddy.
Yeah. And
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
1,200.
I
I
don't
don't
believe
know.
that it's going to be that high
Yeah.
total number of
It
victims.
can't be that. It can't
It's
be
going to
that.
be
Well, wait a minute, because you got
Diddy
to
had a
figure
lot of
it
white
out.
parties.
If Well, not only that though, you got to think about it. Diddy's career has gone all the way back to the early 90s. So
that's
we really don't know
yeah.
exactly, what
And
happened. And we talking about when the notorious B.I.G. was alive because I mean
exactly.
that was back in like 19
Yeah.
that was like 1994. God.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
is it going to is the list of legitimate victims, is that going to go all the way back and
To
rub
that
off
time.
on Biggie when Diddy and Biggie were working together? Is that going to bring Biggie's legacy into question in
I
there?
I don't think
That
so.
I don't know.
I don't
I mean,
think
I
so.
don't know. I don't
I don't
know.
think so. Well, yeah, no,
I
you're
don't think so.
100% with the I don't know. Like we none of us know, like
We
for
we
sure.
don't know.
Exactly.
We
Yeah,
don't know, but and I mean, it may have been scenes, there might have been scenes, but
Yeah,
at least, I don't know. I would have to ask. I would definitely have to ask a question about that because we already know.
yeah,
I mean, in so many cases that you know, um, Biggie was supposed to been leaving Diddy anyway, so it's like
exactly.
yeah. And so
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
both.
if there was any high stakes corporate fuckery.
Yeah,
It is not going to come into the public for
yeah.
damn sure, and to keep certain legacies.
Well,
So yeah,
the
yeah,
man
but we
had
don't
a
know how far the rabbit hole goes, though,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. I mean, the man had 1,000 bottles of lube in his house. I
Yeah.
mean, he was using his Costco membership card for this. So
Uh,
it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty damn hard to keep a lot of this buried. I mean,
well,
there's
yeah.
already speculation, and I sincerely hope it's speculation, even though I'm not a fan of his. But there's speculation that Justin Bieber could have been one of the victims,
Hmm.
all the way back when the Beeb was 15 and he first started working with Diddy.
Now,
I mean,
I,
I sincerely hope that that's not the case.
yeah. Well,
And Kevin and I were
again,
talking this about.
I said it off. I said it off air. Like it would make a lot of his odd behavior make a lot more sense if you're looking at it from a post-trauma lens.
Yeah,
Like I'm not a psychologist. I don't claim to know any of that type of stuff. But when you put that type of a lens on it, like if what they're saying Diddy did is what Justin Bieber was dealing with, I now like I said, now a lot of
right,
his odder behavior makes a lot more sense.
exactly. Yeah,
All right.
I
Real quick, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the one and only Dr. Davy Priest in the building.
hey
Um,
hey.
Definitely
Happy Sunday.
appreciate you. I tapped in this morning, so I already know what time it is. Thank you.
So
Appreciated that
yeah,
this morning for real.
and speaking of Happy Sunday, let's get on to a happier subject.
Yes.
Like I
Okay. Well,
said,
actually, this
like I
isn't.
said, we just
Yeah.
needed to address
Yeah.
the elephant in the room here.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna say it like that. Go
hold on.
ahead.
Let me, yeah, because I was gonna say this about this whole thing. It's gonna unfold eventually.
Yeah,
There are gonna be, and especially how I've had to deal with the entertainment industry as a whole. I've seen well, some of the fuckery that has taken place, not necessarily behind the scenes, but just like in the dirt sheets. There's always rumors going
yeah,
on. We're not sure what's fact, what's fiction, but you got to kind of look at it. If certain things are being said and it's not denied, then 9 times out of 10, it's probably true.
yeah.
I don't know. Just
Yeah.
Like I said, we just all need to just let everything play out. I mean, we literally just went through all this with Jonathan Majors
And Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby
and Bill
didn't happen
Cosby.
that long ago.
no,
No,
but
he
see that
didn't.
there's a dip. No, no, you can't compare Bill Cosby and Jonathan
Right.
Majors. No,
Okay,
Yeah,
I can say that, but you
no.
can't compare
The
Bill Cosby and Diddy.
yeah. You can
Nah,
compare
cause
it.
see, no, you
I
can't compare. You can't even compare. Not on
yeah,
that, because with Cosby and Diddy, that's a whole different level of fuckery, man.
Yeah,
That's a whole different level of
right.
fuckery.
And
like
Period.
you know,
That
but
no, that
the
listen, you looking at the possibility of RICO charges.
yeah,
Cosby ain't no. Cosby might have,
potentially up to 40,
allegedly
50 something
no.
victims. Like don't get me wrong. I still watch the Cosby Show. I still love Cliff Huxtable. Like
I listen,
but at the end of the day,
conspiracy
like
cause but
all of them
the
can't be lying.
conspiracy but here's the thing. Here's the thing. And we all know for certain that a lot of this all of a sudden unfolding because we already know and I'm still kind of in believe in some senses is true because Cosby was trying to buy NBC.
I'm gonna
A
say it
lot
like
of
this.
people know that.
I
A lot of
understand
people
that
know that.
conspiracy theory, and I found a lot of
No,
validity in it. Hold on, hold
what?
on, hold on. I've found a lot of validity in it. But here's the deal: what they did wasn't fake shit, so he got in trouble.
Oh,
They
I'm not
just they
saying
just pulled back
listen.
the curtain on
Yeah.
who he was behind the
We
curtain. Like yes, it
yeah.
was a conspiracy theory to take him down because he was trying to buy NBC, but all they did was reveal what he was actually doing. So at the end of
Hold
the
on.
day, it doesn't
Hold on. Hold
change
on.
his
Hold on.
morality as a person.
Okay. Dr. Dady Priest says similarities between Diddy and Bill Cosby can include how careers were called into question after women tried to speak out. That
Very
is
true.
that
Very
is
true.
so correct. But
Yeah.
the thing about it is the only reason the differences between Diddy and because we already knew. I mean, a lot of us knew Diddy. That to me that wasn't really shocking
Okay.
at all. Bill Cosby, that was
Yeah.
shocking.
I mean,
Diddy,
yeah,
no.
as
That like no,
as a
no.
guy
That
who grew up on Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids Saturday mornings, and on the Cosby Show Thursday evenings. I mean, I
not for
understand.
me.
Not to the
Hey,
same,
hey.
yeah,
I mean,
not to the
well, not
same
well.
extent you guys, but I understand the
Well, no,
feeling.
no, no. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Cause look. For me, and I'm still with the cause.
Hmm.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says because I'm gonna tell you, Bill Cosby for me, one of my favorite movies, um, TV shows like the Cosby Show when he was back in the '70s.
Hmm.
Any and everything. Bill Cosby was all about the education
Yeah.
Yeah.
and and doing what he did. I mean,
And
You got to understand that that man has influenced a lot of people.
Oh
yes.
yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
he has
Yeah.
influenced a lot of people
I,
when it came to being the most successful because even in the 1980s when the Cosby show was running and that was a successful black family
oh yeah.
Yes.
outside of good times,
Yeah.
something that in the 80s
It's
Yeah.
that
seventies, right?
inspired many of us to get into different careers. I guarantee you, Dr. Dady Priest had some inspiration
Yeah.
with Mr. Cosby. I guarantee you, we grew up on that.
Here,
Man,
here,
And
that was
here's the
like
and
thing
and
about it. Go ahead.
it also goes into understanding
Yeah.
beyond being black.
Yeah.
The Cosby Show. I was watching that, and it's like, okay, this guy could be my dad.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
successful.
absolutely.
And it opened up so many white points of
People.
view
Yeah.
to the black experience and presented it in a way that we could understand what
And
you guys are talking about. Unlike good times, good times absolutely necessary,
yeah.
absolutely
Oh, it was a
influenced
direct reflection of what was going on in
going
a lot
on.
of
Yeah,
projects
exactly. But
across
we can't,
America.
right. And but
Yeah,
for the
some.
middle socioeconomic class, for the white middle class, they couldn't quite make the connection other than, okay, yeah, it's bad being poor. They
Yeah.
couldn't see a lot of the systems involved. But you know, I think that one of the keys and something I've come to understand as I've gotten older is that you can praise somebody for when they do right and also absolutely
Admonish
criticize
them.
them for the things that they do wrong or the objective bad and evil that they do. And that's something that we've kind of lost
No, it, one,
in conversation.
and I was going to speak to exactly that. In today's society, it's definitely what I call a guilty until proven innocent society as opposed to an innocent until proven guilty. And this kind of goes for just how we handle situations in general. And and it's a different thing where I say it's not when I remember having a discussion with a friend of mine. I'll leave his name out. He he used to always say, as soon as the Cosby news came out, he was like, I can't with Cosby no more. Like, I'm done. Like, screw that,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. And I always told him, I understand, bro. I understand. I understand your disgust. I understand your disdain. I understand your anger because this man to you represented something so positive within our community that to see him in a different light almost hurts, right? And
Yeah.
so we kept talking about. I said, but here's the deal with me, because me and him were talking about the fact that there were groups advocating for the Cosby Show to be pulled from syndication. And I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is where I
Yeah.
draw the line. Because for me, the lessons that were taught to me by Cliff Huxtable don't tie to Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, the comedian. Bill Cosby, the human being. They were taught to me by Cliff Huxtable. The lessons that I learned from watching The Cosby Show don't change because the actor who played the main character didn't live a prestigious or noble or you know what I'm saying or something like that life. It's not even really a matter of compartmentalizing. It's a matter of seeing that Cliff Huxtable is not that person. So therefore, watching the Cosby Show, as much as I understand why for some people they
Yeah.
say that it brings them disgust to look at Bill Cosby. I understand. But to try to
Yeah.
tell the rest of the world that we should be as disgusted with Bill Cosby as you are, and forget all of the things that were learned by shows that he helped create in the different world and the Cosby Show and stuff like that, that we should just throw those lessons away because the actor who played a character on television is not a good person or wasn't turned out not to be a
Right.
good person. To me, is that's where I draw the line. That's where it's ludicrous to me.
So, four things. I mean, first of all, I wasn't a fan of the show,
Yeah.
but Seventh Heaven has
Yeah, we
the
yeah, we
same
yeah.
issue with
Yeah.
Stephen
Stephen
Collins.
Collins, look,
Yeah.
and let me just say this from a certain perspective. I cannot watch, and I try to watch the movies as much as I can. I cannot watch Star Trek the motion picture,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because Stephen Collins was an integral
Decker.
part in there.
Yeah.
When it comes to kids, I draw the line. Shit, the line was already due. The line was drawn in the sand
Right.
before it got there. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm feeling.
no, that's a
Yeah.
negative. You know,
Absolutely understand.
the situation with Seven Heaven, and I mean the thing is that he admitted that shit.
Yep.
He admitted it.
Yep.
Okay, so his career was washed, but yet Seven Heaven is still floating around
On
on
syndication.
TV
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
not to and not to shit on the rest of the cast like Catherine Hicks or
Jessica
or
Biel. Or
yeah,
yeah.
not to, but that does kind of like
Yeah.
yeah, you kind of got to throw the whole show away
Yeah.
because then on top of that he was a what a pastor too.
Yep.
Get the entire fuck out of here, bro.
That's
Right.
one that's hard to wrap
But
your mind
Yeah,
around. Go on, Dave.
but
yeah,
also
yeah.
but
That's that
also
bullshit.
is like I said, we need to praise the good, condemn the bad,
Exactly.
and realize that they can both exist in the same person. There are parts of the Indian subcontinent where you can go to and you will get entirely 180-degree different reactions if you mention Mahatma Gandhi's name. You mention it in a Muslim region, they're going to think Gandhi was just an absolute tyrant scum of the earth. Okay, there's a lot of different, and a lot of it comes from understanding the perspective that people are coming from in there. Just like I will, to the day that I die, absolutely dragged Thomas Jefferson for being a slave owner.
Mm.
At the same time, I recognize that this imperfect man gave us one of the most noble aspirations for our country in all men are created equal, even if he did not live up to that.
Yeah.
That is his failure. Our failure
Mm.
is thinking that everything Jefferson did needs to be tossed out because of the evil that he did.
You can't.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can't erase a man from
Mm-hmm.
history. It's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing with like. Yeah. We gotta move
Yeah.
forward here.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
Yeah, we do got before
Sorry.
we're getting way deeper than I intended to as well.
Yeah.
So
We
Hey,
took
but
it to a
that's
whole
hey,
different
that's
level.
good.
Thank you guys for
yeah.
bearing with us. We're gonna move forward into we know what's one of your favorite blocks here, and that is the pop culture corner. What you don't like my special effects, man? You don't like my special effects? Like I think they're pretty good. I
They're
think
on
the
a
audience
budget.
likes
They're on a
it.
budget. They're
Yeah,
on a
because they
budget.
free. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna jump into pop culture corner with a subject that we were gonna open with, but we got we
We
got
got caught
hot,
up.
Yeah, we
and
got
that
caught up in
is
the diddler. So
in the
Yeah.
diddler. I can't do it.
yeah.
I can't. Anyway, but doing diddle by ditty. I tell you, man, we got some one-liners here. Keep tuning in. Anyway,
I can't even take credit for that because someone actually did a
I'm
meme of
sorry.
yeah,
someone actually did a meme of a Batman cover with Batman chasing the Diddler.
Jason the diddler.
No, no, but
P.
no, no,
Diddy
The
in
no.
the
diddler.
Riddler costume.
And hey diddle diddle, it probably get canceled. The poem.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So,
okay, okay. So we were going to
Dark
talk a
Lord,
little
lead
bit
us.
about Joker, Full Ado.
Yeah.
Now, none
Yeah.
of us, I don't believe any of us have seen it, correct?
Not yet.
I don't watch. Listen, listen. The only thing in terms of musicals that I've watched was that episode of Star Trek, and that was crossing the line. No, we are not going to be doing musical superhero movies or villains. No, that is that's blasphemous. That is that is blasphemous when it comes to no. I am not going to be sitting up here like no disrespect to Joaquin Phoenix, no disrespect to Lady Gaga, but I am sorry. And I mean, I already know that the characters of Harvey Dent was in this movie. Okay,
Yeah.
from so no, I'm sorry, there no musical. And then if you were gonna do a musical, you're gonna do it to like 80s, 90s pops. Man, no,
Yeah. I
hell, no, no,
and it
no,
turns out that Saint has the popular opinion because
no.
Joker 2 opened with a extremely soft 47 million.
Oh, hold on. Shout out, True. Tap in,
Hey,
folks.
hey,
What's
yeah.
good, yo?
So yeah, Joker 2, huge budget, huge tentpole, 47 million opening weekend. That is not exciting. There, uh, I saw there was a YouTube reviewer, Penguins 2, and his review was basically the best part of watching Joker 2 was the drive to the theater because
Okay.
I was listening to an audio tape on Warhammer 40K lore.
Oh my God. Wow. Like, and
Yeah,
here's the thing, and as I told Dave, of course we will. I don't know about Saint because he said he doesn't plan on seeing it, but I know I'll eventually see it probably when it drops on HBO Max or
same.
something along those
Exactly.
lines.
That's probably when I'm going to
Uh,
see it. I might even catch it on Tubi. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I,
Tubi.
I, I like musicals. Some of my favorite movies
Tubi.
are musicals,
Well,
but
no.
and it's not that the fans of the first film were opposed to the idea.
Mhm.
It's not that I mean they knew the concept, they knew what was going to be
It just
going
wasn't
in.
executed well.
it just wasn't executed right. So they turned. Apparently, it turned from the idea of like seeing through the collective insanity of Joker and Harley
Yeah,
in this 50s Donna Reed musical kind of way, which has been done in the comic book before,
yeah.
where, Martian Manhunter went into the mind of the Joker, took the entire Justice League inside, and inside, it's this 50s suburban household where, you got Joker being played by Hugh Downs of Leave It to Beaver. And Batman's all like, what the whole fuckery is this? Okay, so it's been done before. It's a concept that can work.
Yeah.
But apparently, what they pulled off was the second half of a Law and Order episode with musical interludes.
Ah, so it was what was the name of that show? Mid '90s cop show.
Pop rock,
Cop
pop
Rock.
rock.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So it's an episode of Cop Rock. Nice. I'm looking forward to it now. Now I go in with the right lens. I'll probably
Exactly.
enjoy it. Like I can understand being
That
caught
that
off guard if you went in expecting to see something like the original Joker and you got an episode of Cop Rock because that shit sucked. But
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, exactly because that piece of shit didn't even work
And
either.
and you want to see how a courtroom drama and a musical can tie in together well? Chicago,
okay. Okay.
freaking Richard Gere
Nice.
doing the musical scenes in the courtroom. Fan freaking tastic.
Now, see, I myself consider myself a connoisseur of good musicals. I like musicals like Grease, Rocky Horror. I like musicals like Les
Hamilton.
Mis, Hamilton, In the Heights. Like I go for the good ones. I still haven't seen Rent, and I refuse to watch Cats. But that's just me, okay? I'm not
Hey, what's
saying,
going on? Good theme. What's
yo,
good,
what's
man?
up, bro?
Our
Hey,
Great to
our
have you
good friends from across the country. Well, heck, shit,
across
but
the
not
pond.
even across the country because that actually goes further than you guys. So yeah,
All right.
over there in
So,
Russia.
but
okay.
so I will go in not with expecting to see a good musical, but I will go in and see exactly how bad they made it,
Yeah.
and look at it through that lens. So at least I can enjoy it. I can enjoy the badness. It's the same way that maybe hopefully I'll enjoy the music because I'll tell you this: if you go and watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show, despite the fact that Tim Curry, mwah, magnifique,
Yeah.
one of the best actors to ever exist on this planet, plays a critical role in the movie. It is a bad movie. As
Yes.
much as I am a Rocky Horror fan, I went to Rocky Horror in Berkeley for like literally 3 years straight. Like knew the
It's
cast,
like
everything,
you cannot watch Rocky Horror without a live cast performance.
and
That is
so
the whole purpose.
maybe this will be this generation's Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Maybe Fola Do will not see success in its original one. Which, by the way, anybody who knows the factoids about the Rocky Horror Picture Show have all that Rocky Horror originally was released in theaters and bombed horribly, and made a
Yeah.
comeback as a midnight movie on Saturdays, and there it stuck and became the
Okay.
phenomenon that it eventually was by the
Okay,
90s and
and
Go
early
so
watch.
did
2000s.
Tommy too.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Okay,
So did Tommy.
and Tommy was a musical.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Yep.
so yeah.
But
Yeah. So
yeah, go watch Fame, you new kids. They actually have a scene where they explain Rocky Horror
yes,
and
very
how
much
it
so.
became a cultural phenomenon.
Yes.
The original, not the TV series,
Yeah.
although that's good too. I'm talking the original Irene Cara Fame.
Movie. Yeah. So okay. So Fola Do is full of crap, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and leave it there. Let's see. Now this is the story I've been waiting to get to, and I've been wanting to get to. Dave happened to share this with us. Check us out on First GenXers at Facebook, and
Yep.
check out this lovely story about a group of women in their 80s, South Korean women who learn reading and rap. Yes.
Yes. And
Together
they
they're
are
what's up?
together they are called Sumi and the Seven Princesses.
Yes.
And they are currently the top number one top group in South Korea.
Kitty
Okay,
grandma.
this is a group of ladies in their 80s from rural South Korea. Okay, and they learned how to read. They started doing lyrics, and then they developed into a rap group.
Yeah.
And I, I see your look, Saint. I see your okay. Can't decide
No,
if this is
I know
cool or fun.
I'm just
Yeah,
like, no,
but
it's not.
is
No,
it? Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
Okay, I'm just saying like because you got to, I'm thinking like, okay, I can see that because I mean, you
yeah,
got to remember there's two old dudes that live over in the UK, I believe,
yeah,
and these guys are,
Korean
they
granny rap.
tear up the
Yep.
mic. Yeah,
yeah,
they them
yeah.
motherfuckers be like, they be on there spitting like,
And
yo,
it's
but
not. I mean, it ain't Method Man and the rest of Wu Tang. It ain't Public Enemy. It ain't NWA. But
What's up?
just my own
right,
white person opinion.
Um,
Um, I think that they really embrace the essence of rap with this, which is telling personal stories about your life and bringing it to in a way that to people who are unaware that life is different from how they live.
all right. All right.
Exactly. So,
Pete and
you know,
Baz. Yeah, yeah. That's the dude. That's the old dude. Sorry. That's the old dudes
yeah,
from England. Pete and Baz. They do go super
yeah.
hard.
So, it's all about them, being out in the fields, picking peppers, picking cucumbers, et cetera, in there. But, that's their life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that life. And this is a way that they're able to bring their reality to other people. And they've only been around for a year.
For a year.
They're already the number one pop group in South Korea. They've been doing um, uh, advertisements for fast food, for all this stuff. They're enjoying massive commercial success. So
They're
I mean,
they're
good for
building a
them, great for
legacy.
them. And
yeah.
they did not know how to read a year before this
That's insane.
because, yeah, they are of a generation where women were not taught how to read Hanguk. And I know that I'm butchering that. Apologies to anyone who happens to be Korean
Yeah.
listening in. But they were not taught how to read their language because women didn't need to know.
Yeah. At that point, because
Um,
that wasn't going to be a part of their lives,
right.
like
Right.
in
And
that
so,
particular culture.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And so it's it's a really great story. And like I was telling Kev, hey, I would not be opposed to hearing a mashup with
I'm down for
them
this.
and Method or or Dre
Yeah.
or any of the top goat rappers.
Heck yeah.
You know,
The Wu Tang Clan and the
it'd
Granny
be
Clan
interesting
from
to see
South Korea. Oh,
how
I'm
how
here
it
for it.
works.
I'm here
It'd be
for it.
great.
And at least one of those grannies is gonna at least one of those grannies is gonna tear
Hey,
it up and surprise the hell out of you. It's
hey,
kind of like that Key and
yeah,
Peele skit when
you,
they're doing the rap from
yeah,
either side of the thing, and that white dude Dan has like the hardest line in the entire rap. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be like with the grannies. Like Granny gonna come
hey, Wu Tang
real.
ain't
What, dude? I'm
nothing to fuck
serious.
with.
Granny, hey,
Grannies, regardless of culture, ain't nothing to fuck with.
you know, shoot.
I don't care
Okay.
what culture, what ethnicity they come from. You don't mess with the grannies.
Uh,
But and actually, that's the other thing.
Y'all got issues, man.
Yeah,
nah, man, nah.
the
We
other
just opened our
the
mind, man. We opened our mind.
yeah, the other side note I want to make is that it's really interesting um, looking at how other cultures adapt to American popular culture.
Mhm.
especially rap. Back in the 90s when I was going to college at Cal State Hayward, which is now Cal State East Bay,
Boo.
my roommate. Yeah, I know.
I still
More
call it Cal
racial.
State Hayward.
I
Uh,
still call it
Yeah,
that too.
uh,
But my roommates were three guys from Denmark, from a city called Aarhus, which is one of their huge technical school colleges. So it's basically they were over in California interning for Oracle while they were getting computer science degrees.
wow,
So,
tight.
mhm.
but they introduced me for at the time it was a Danish rap group who at the time
Uh,
had the verified world world's longest rap. How long do you guys think that rap was?
17 minutes,
One track, just one track. How long?
three and a half
Think
hours.
Mm, I don't know.
1 hour.
Yes, they do.
Just
One
1 hour.
hour of flow.
A flow. That's
Okay,
just insane.
and I looked it up to try to get the name of the group of it, and I found out that in 2020, a German group beat that. The world's longest rap track comes in now at 87 minutes.
Almost an hour and a half, huh?
Yes,
And I wonder, is this written rap or is this free flow?
it's written.
It's written
It's not
rap?
free flow. No, it's written. Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
would be more
okay.
interested in hearing like an hour and a half straight of
Of
somebody like
Yeah,
meth or
if
red
somebody
just
bait,
flowing like,
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I'd love to know what the longest free flow is,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, but that,
yeah,
yeah,
because if now if somebody does it like definitely does it freestyle for an hour and a half,
that's
man, I'd be impressed.
and they do it at they did it at their concerts,
nice.
memorizing an entire 1 hour, and
Oh,
it's
wait a minute, hold on,
well,
Lil Flip Ben did. Wait a minute, hold on, Lil Flip. Oh, okay.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Hold on.
So, but yeah,
Okay, I think I do remember in Lil Flip
Yeah.
um did a free. I think he did do a like a freestyle, but that was man, that was a long time ago though.
yeah.
I think.
So, but knowing different parts, because it's a multi-part group, going in and out and knowing for like the entire thing for like a full hour. I mean,
That's
that's like
insane.
stagecraft right there. That's
Oh
theater
yeah,
stagecraft.
oh yeah.
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna move us forward once again, fellas, as we're coming close to the end of our favorite
Yeah.
segment here. Um, the next thing up is Udon Entertainment proudly presents Manga Biographies. Charles Schultz. For those of
Yep.
you who don't know, Charles Schultz is the amazing man who gave us Peanuts and Snoopy and Woodstock and Patty
And Charlie Brown,
and Charlie Brown.
Yep.
So
Linus, Lucy, and all that.
we're
All the
getting
gang. Yep.
we are getting a
And
go ahead.
let's not forget Franklin,
True, huh?
because Franklin was literally the first black character in a
Yeah.
American syndicated comic
Nice.
strip. And Charles Schultz, there were there were papers from the South saying we are not going to run this, and the syndicators, and his King Features, which is the major syndicate for comic strips, said, okay, can we not do it? And Charles Schultz said, how about this? You run it exactly as I drew it, or I'm done.
Dang. Yeah. That's a good man right there. That's a good man.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
but this is a documentary. Or
No,
is
it's
this
a
No,
manga.
it's a manga.
Uh,
It's an anime book.
Udon Entertainment
yeah, yeah.
does manga, uh, mostly translations from Japanese to English. They
Yeah.
import a
No,
lot,
I mean I know
but
what a manga is. I'm
yeah,
just saying, is
this is
this
this
like a
is
true
his.
story or is this
It's a
Peanuts?
true story. It's a true story. It's a true story of Charles Schultz, his childhood, his life, his growing up, his creation, everything
Nice.
in
Okay.
manga form,
Yeah.
and it's going to be, and it's the first one of their biographies series. So they're going to be doing more manga biographies of other people to show life, and it's opening up the life story of people, excuse me, in a new way, in a different way to make it more accessible to a different audience. And
Okay.
yeah, they got they got Charles Schultz in there looking like, an anime
An anime
character,
character.
a
I'm
manga
looking
character.
forward to it. I might purchase it. I'll tell you that. Like it looks like it's worth purchasing. So,
It's gonna be great.
all right.
Yeah,
Final story is about something that touches my heart. Not
touches
like
all our
Diddy,
hearts.
but uh, it touches my heart to finally see it coming.
Got beat to the punch list.
You know, I will say, it seems that the Voltron movie, the live action one, has began casting. They have not made any announcements about who will
Yes.
be playing who, but I'm gonna give.
Actually, they
Was it?
did.
Oh,
Oh,
they
okay,
did.
sorry.
No, go on ahead.
Yeah, they that was in the
The no.
gosh, why can't I reload? Why isn't the Facebook page loading for me?
I do not know.
Ah, damn it. Okay. But yeah, they have cast Keith, the lead. Let me see if I can find the original article.
The actor
Keep
Daniel
going while
Quinn
I'm talking.
Toy
Yes, Daniel
has
Quintoy.
been. Yeah.
Not a big name, but he's been around a bit. But yes, this is the uh, Amazon production. They basically got the rights after they bought MGM, and they are pushing forward.
Yeah.
So they're starting their casting process now. We've got our Keith. Um, we'll see who else pops up. Someone commented, it's like, you know what? We really need to have Jack Black be Lunk or Hunk,
Yeah, hunk. Yeah, I would like that.
which I, I, I ain't sure about that, but we'll see.
Either him or no, I think dude died. I was gonna say the big white kid from Remember the Titans, but I think the actor, he's passed away. I forget his
Mm,
name. But
yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's not like there's, it's not like there's a short on like their 20s, so
yeah,
that
It's been
everyone's
knocked
like
off.
same age.
yeah. I know
Yeah,
it should be coming
I
back.
can hear you. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, there we go. We're back on now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold
But
on.
yeah, they need everyone. I
Because
think
I
it's
don't. Something's
I
going
think
on
it's
with.
a K-Dub problem.
Yeah, it's my internet. I don't know why it's bouncing in and out. We're literally the only things on it, but it should be reconnecting. Come on, get back green. Can y'all talk for me?
Okay, it's
Okay,
back
yeah.
in now that I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
So sorry about
Okay.
that, guys. Had a couple of
Yeah.
quick breaks there. We're back now. But
Yeah.
what kind of sucks is I
Well,
was
we
about
just
to
got
lead us into commercial
yeah
break.
we
So
just got to notice
Yeah.
is video buffering. Use the low latency toggle under the advanced menu and settings to disable
uh,
low latency mode.
no, it's just on my end. I don't even have that open. I'm just trying to figure out where it's eating up all
Yeah,
of
because I
these.
got I got the board open, but I
So
mean, this is what I
all right.
see.
So we're not gonna try to
Yeah.
figure that out now. We'll look at that a little bit later. But yeah. So to close out, yeah. What was I say? We were talking about the Voltron
Voltron
movie.
is coming,
Voltron is
Yeah,
coming,
Voltron is
live
coming.
action.
hey,
What I
and
was gonna
damn it, I want my vehicle force.
and
Flying Force is great, but I want vehicle force. Damn it.
the point I was gonna make was gonna be that here's another movie that they would be better off going with a list of like B and C tier actors as opposed to trying to get a lot of A tier actors. I think
Right.
this movie would be a lot better received if the actors who are in it are not the focus of it. It's the the robots, the Voltron,
Yeah.
the lions. All of that is the focus instead of the actors that are playing the parts.
Although okay, of course, I don't think he'd do it, but Peter Cullen doing Quran,
Mm.
reprising his voice role, but doing it in live action, that'd be epic.
Yep,
Option two, Mark Hamill
Mark
as
Hamill.
Quran.
Okay, I can see that. I could roll with that.
Yeah.
So, all right, with Saint dipping out for a quick minute, we're going to go on ahead and dip into our commercial block. We'll be back in about five
Commercial.
ten minutes.
Okay, I'm back.
And we'll be back in about 5-10
Not
minutes.
even
And
10
then we'll
minutes.
be,
Jesus, bro.
all right, 5-6 minutes. And then we'll be back to talk a little wrestling, a little bad blood.
Yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
that, bro.
We'll get to it when we do it right here on the Cheap Pop Podcast, First GenXers Radio Network. Peace.
You got to keep it, keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it, keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me, I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode button, push it, make it do something. No balls for me, cause I'm a loose cannon. I get to choose, camera, switch it up, look up a new banner. Keep smoking on that banner.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the same. Dropping these beats, won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone, I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's the first gen. We're now rocking with Poetic Beats. This is the first GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
They say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But the definition of beauty is distorted. Yeah. Come on. Searching for yourself, so insecure about the way you look, so you go to Miami. You can't find the love within yourself.
The personnel to man up and get after Patrick Mahomes. We I think it's Brian Denny was his name, or whatever, came out and said like outright,
Pay the man. Please, just pay the man.
yeah,
You need him.
he just got paid.
All right, I'm gonna raid Roxy this evening.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I ain't.
y'all
I,
motherfuckers.
I, I ain't. I got the pass to the cookout, but I ain't abusing that privilege. So
Nobody even caught my joke. They just heard y'all laughing. See, that's just how funny I am. I ain't even got to say nothing, and they just laughing. Nah, I was on
Oh, you
mute,
got
y'all. Sorry about that. Y'all couldn't hear me
it's the
out there in the
fuckery.
audience. It's the fuckery of fucking yeah. So anyway, so let's get into your fifth favorite segment on the show. I know we only have three, but SmackDown Alley, where we walk with the final boss and figure out what the hell is going on. All right,
Yes.
so Monday Night Raw was good. SmackDown was good as go home episodes. I would give them both A pluses, and we'll just leave it at that. Bad Blood itself was a pretty. It was weird because it was only a. I believe it only had a 5, maybe 6 match pay per view. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hang on a second though. Double K. Hey, let me just put a rewind on that. I did get a little bit of a chance to see NXT
Yeah.
on the CW.
On the CW, yeah. It's a new show.
Impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, and the belts were unveiled too. So let's give a congratulations to that right there, because that was.
I will say this.
I mean, HBK came out. Yeah,
as
I'm
as
loving it.
much as I don't believe that WWE has too many belts because the size of the roster dictates that they need multiple divisions and multiple belts. But I do think that they redesign their belts too often. I want to say like this is the third or fourth redesign in the past 5 years for NXT. Like and like the WWE belt, same thing. They've gone through like 4 or 5 different where it's the same belt but it's just got a new look. I will say that I do think that they redo their belts too often. But on that note, you are correct. Those NXT belts look clean. I like and smooth. I like the way that they kept with the classic NXT design with the big X, even though for me the big X belt will always be the X Division belt in TNA, but that's a whole different story. Uh, but yeah, the NXT belt's amazing, amazing. And I didn't get a chance to watch NXT on the CW, even though I believe that I don't know if my DVR recorded it because I believe I have to set it up. It used to record it when it was on USA. I don't know if it records it on CW. I got to set that up. But let's say. All right, what's next? So Bad Blood, Bad Blood, Bad Blood.
Yes.
Atlanta,
yes.
Georgia.
Let's.
This show
Yes.
started. This show definitely hit the ground running and kept running. They opened up with Punk versus McIntyre in a steel cage match, Hell in a Cell, and it was everything that you could want out of a Hell in a Cell match. Both men bled. Both men hit each other with ridiculous items like toolboxes and shit like that. But at the end of the day, it was CM Punk that ended up getting the victory over Drew McIntyre. With a go to sleep with a chain wrapped around his leg. That was pretty dope. Vindication for Punk. Was a good moment when McIntyre dropped a bunch of beads that were like the beads from the bracelet that he took. He dumped a bunch of those over CM Punk's head when he thought he had him down, and it resulted in definitely an amazing match. So, um, I believe after that we saw the Triple H and Gunther with Goldberg. Which, by the way, guys, I'm telling you right now, I think that segment is setting up Gunther versus Goldberg at Crown Jewel. But here's the only problem with it.
Yes.
Here's the only
That's
problem with it.
exactly what I was thinking.
That flies against what Triple H said to open that segment, which was that at Crown Jewel, the WWE champion and the World Heavyweight champion will face each other for the Crown Jewel championship. So unless both champions are going to be facing double duty, or Gunther's going to be doing double duty, odds are he's not defending his belt at Crown Jewel. Because the main event is going to be Gunther versus Cody Rhodes for the Crown Jewel championship. So, but
That's a big ass belt.
Yeah, but I think at some point we will get Gunther versus Goldberg for the World Heavyweight Championship. I do believe that. That segment was setting up that. So.
But the thing about it is, the one thing I did like though, when Sami Zayn came flying.
Whee! Run, little white man, run! Love me some Sami Zayn. Man, the hell of a kick is exactly
That shit was epic.
Hell of a kick, yeah. But well, I'll say, then we followed that up with the Dominic Mysterio in a shark cage match that somehow had a sequence that ended with Dominic Mysterio falling out of the cage while it was, I don't know, 10, 15 feet in the air and hanging from a chain. Not only did he hang there from a chain for a while, his head had to be throbbing because all the blood was pumping to his brain, but he also took a beating from Rhea Ripley with a kendo stick while he was hanging there that I wouldn't have wanted to take from my mama on her worst day at work. So, but unfortunately, due to the interference of the returning Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley was unable to achieve her goal of beating down the Lipstick Princess champion, Liv Morgan.
Yeah, that right there, that was entertaining. Uh, but man, Raquel Rodriguez, yeah, that was kind of brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, when she came out of nowhere, and I mean, I had heard about it, in a couple of the dirt sheets or what have you.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I just didn't know it was gonna come to that part right there.
Yeah, that she was going to do that when she came.
Because weren't they allies? Because weren't Liv Morgan
They were
and
tag
her
team
allies
champions
before?
at one
Yeah,
point.
they were
Yep.
yeah.
And so it's perfect for her to align with the. So basically, what you just saw is Raquel Rodriguez is the newest member of the Judgment Day. Like, she's now going to be the bodyguard for Liv Morgan, and she's going to be in the Judgment Day. So we'll get a couple matches with her and Rhea before Rhea finally gets her hands on Liv again and takes the title from her, which may not be till WrestleMania. Who knows? All right, so then we followed that up with my girl, my beautiful, wonderful Nia Jax taking on the amazing, that is Bailey.
We already know.
It went as you expect.
We already know.
Yeah, it went
Nia
as you would
Jax.
expect. Nia dominated.
Did she hurt her?
I wouldn't say she hurt her. Like, Bailey was up for a good portion of the match until Tiffany Stratton came in. And yeah, that wasn't nice. And got involved, and then Nia was able to distract Bailey and get the victory. So, yeah.
I will tell you this: Nia and Tiffany Stratton, that's coming.
Oh yeah, it's definitely heading down that Um, we followed that up. Actually, I want to say I forgot a match. In between those two matches was the Finn Balor versus Damian Priest match. And that match was amazing. That match was
That
amazing.
match was brutal too, though,
Like they
man.
beat the holy hell out of each other. And I'm telling you right now, go to
Them coup de
WWE.com
grace,
or
them coup de
WWE.
grace
No.
was
Oh no, I'm talking about when Damian Priest hit Finn Balor when he was jumping off the top rope with an uppercut. And it was something that should have broke Finn Balor's jaw, as far as I'm concerned, or at least given him a hairline fracture. Because Damien hit him with a stiff one, just, as he was coming down. And I don't think it was on purpose. I just think Damien unfortunately launched the punch too late to really like bring it back and not hit him that hard, and Finn right into it. Bow. So, but that match ended with a South of Heaven to Finn Balor and Damian Priest getting the 1, 2, 3.
yeah, yeah. That was kind of brutal, sir. That was
Yes,
kind
it
of
was.
brutal.
Yes, it was. So, all right. So the last match of the night gave us the biggest surprises and basically one of the best matches that we've seen this year, short of that Hell in a Cell match. So the opening and the close of this pay-per-view were amazing. The final match, the main event, was Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, who grows more and more on me every time that I see him in the ring, losing to Cody Rhodes, the current WWE Universal Champion, and Roman Reigns.
Okay, let's just discuss this for a brief moment. Roman Reigns was looking really great. I mean, he was being a good ally. He was being a real good ally that night. I thought for just a second it was going to be some high stakes fuckery going on, but we we
Yep.
got through it. It was some oohs and some ahs. The match was going on very well, but we already knew what time it was when the other two of the bloodline of the new generation bloodline decided to, you know,
Yeah, well,
decide to get into the
yeah.
bullshit.
Well, when the fuckery started is when the fun happens. And yes, you can put
Yeah,
that on a T-shirt.
yeah.
When the fuckery started, that's when the fun happened. But in ran Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the current tag team champions, obtained their belts in the ladder match on SmackDown. That was amazing. Go check it out. And they get involved. Roman kind of scares them off. Solo looks like he's about to dominate Roman, and then he stops and looks, and you notice a man standing behind the tag team champs wearing a hoodie. That man then proceeds to super kick both of the tag team champions, dropping them, and reveals himself to be Solo's very own brother, Jimmy Uso. Wearing another shirt outside of OTC that I have to have. They are not the ones. I must own that T-shirt. Thank you, Jimmy, for giving me another piece of clothing to wear. I'll say, but yes, Jimmy Uso reveals himself. He then proceeds to help Cody and Roman win. But the moment that stood out to me is this: Cody Rhodes, to take out Jacob Fatu, sacrificed himself by jumping from the top rope basically onto Jacob Fatu on the announce table and took him and
Right.
the announce table out. That was huge. That was straight up huge. Like Cody was like, "Look, I got your back. Go win this." Ah, and did his thing. And the bigger moment came when Cody Rhodes was taking a beat down after the match was over from the new bloodline, and Roman Reigns, encouraged by Jimmy Uso, returns to the ring to clear the ring and to help out Cody Rhodes. And then out comes the final boss, the main man, The Rock.
Now, I'm gonna say this with
Go ahead
that
and speak your
because
minds.
that right there,
Be right back.
sir, that was like you don't know. You know you pointed in that direction. You know he pointed in that direction. He didn't say anything. He didn't even really have to move. I just see him point out whoever it was because I think everybody was on notice and he did the 1, 2, 3. And believe you me, that shit right there was without question. This Survivor, this War Games that's coming up in the next almost think maybe 2 or 3 weeks is gonna be jumping off. Oh yeah, it's gonna really be crazy. It's really gonna be crazy. And I promise you, I am going to love every single minute of it because this whole bloodline thing is just gonna start. I mean, the stories are better because you got to remember, Paul Heyman has yet to come back.
Hate to not to stall you out, but Survivor Series is happening at the end of November, so we got like almost 2 months before Survivor Series. Next pay per view is
Yeah,
Crown
that's
Jewel.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
we
know,
got
but
plenty
I'm
of
talking
time to
about.
build. Yeah,
Yeah, I
start
already
building.
knew Crown Jewel was going on, but
Yeah, I
I'm
can't.
thinking,
Well, here's the thing about it: is we say that The Rock didn't say anything. If we go watch WWE.com and their Instagram,
yeah,
The Rock had a lot
yeah,
to
I
say.
saw that. Yeah, yeah, he was talking big shit.
Yeah,
He was talking big shit.
I think since we're getting Cody versus Gunther, I think we might get Roman versus Rock at Crown Jewel, and then that's where you see the split where The Rock begins to work with Solo and Tamatanga and all them. Hey, Tangaloa, is that The Rock will challenge Roman. Roman will almost have him beat, and then Solo and them will come out and beat down Roman and save The Rock. Watch, I'm telling you. I think we're getting Roman versus Rock at Crown Jewel because it makes sense. Out there in Saudi Arabia, when they do the shows out there, they like to use a lot of the older wrestlers, Goldberg, so on and so forth, because that's the guy. Those are the people that the prince and all that and the regime want to see. So I can see them giving us Rock versus Roman at Crown Jewel, or at least Rock versus Roman 1 at Crown Jewel.
Yeah. And just to do a quick chime in here, get used to seeing The Rock for the next couple years because he's got a lot of projects to promote. He's got Red 1 and Moana 2 coming out before the end of this year. Next year, he's got the Smashing Machine, where he's playing UFC mixed martial artist Mark Kerr. He's got Fast and Furious projects in the works, Fast X Part 2, and an untitled Fast and Furious film. He's got the live action Moana. He's got a biopic of King David Kamehameha, that he's going to be in. He's got several films that I'm wondering, okay, how the heck are these being made? I mean, first off, he's also going to be Doc Savage, which, hey, I'm going to be there for.
Yeah.
But, okay, how the hell did these get greenlit? San Andreas 2, Jungle Cruise Part 2, and most, what the fuck of all, a remake of Big Trouble in Little China.
No. No, 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 no,
That
no,
is
no,
a
no.
hell to the no.
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 Nope.
No.
Nope.
Hell no.
Nope.
Fuck no. Fuck that.
That movie,
Fuck
Yeah.
Princess
that.
Bride, you leave them alone. You leave them
Yep.
alone. They're perfect just as they are. They don't need
No,
no
no,
remakes.
no,
They don't
no,
need no
no, no,
remixes.
no,
They don't
no,
need no
no,
redos.
no, no,
They don't
no.
need
Yeah,
none of
no,
that
no,
shit. They got
no.
it right the
You do
first time.
not.
Leave it alone.
No, we don't need a. We don't need no sequel. No, you leave that. Fuck. Just like Jack Burton, leave Jack Burton alone.
Yep.
Yes.
No,
No.
I
hell no.
That's the fuckery.
I'm
That's the
No,
fuckery.
that's like
He's just a messenger.
and listen, and I promise you, to me, one of the greatest movies in the history of cinema is and you know a lot of people may because
It's
I
Freaks with
did
Dan
see it
Aykroyd.
when I was a kid. No, was a movie called Gone with the Wind. Okay, that was a movie that was standalone. It was standalone, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the very last thing you saw, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Frank Clark Gable walked away and cut out.
yeah.
Then all of a sudden, then there's a sequel.
Yep.
And then, not to disrespect Timothy Dalton, but no, and hell to the no. There are the only other character that you can keep on going, that you can keep keep things moving is James Bond and Doctor Who. Okay, because you're basically
Oh my
and you will not. I will protest that shit today. You cannot fuck with Big Trouble in Little China. That's
And
bullshit.
I don't even think that John Carpenter's involved in it. I don't know.
No, no, no.
God.
Now, if John Carpenter gives his blessing, I'll be a little skeptical on it. And then if Kurt Russell doesn't
Yep.
have anything to do with
I'm
it,
good.
then yeah, listen, that's the only saving grace. If anything, if it has, if Kurt Russell's involved, even Dennis Yoon,
Any
and
other-
God forbid if even if what's his name last
James
name
Hong?
Hong, James Hong.
James Hong, yes. I would
Yeah.
be into that.
Yeah, I would be.
Oh, Egg Shin.
I'd even take archival footage
Yeah.
if
Egg-
God forbid he you understand what I'm
Um,
saying?
Yeah, Egg Shin. I think that is
We need to
Victor,
keep-
Victor
yeah.
Wu.
I will
Yeah,
not.
he's gone.
I will
he's
go
not-
see.
okay.
He's,
I will
yeah.
go see Kung Fu Hustle 2 instead. That's what I will do.
see,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
still skeptical about that too.
It's being done by the original writer. Like it's
Yeah,
being
but I
done by
know
Stephen Wong.
it's a whole yeah, but I know it's a whole different story too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there
it's
was some
supposed-
other
it's a, it's
changes
a, it's
that
a different story with a female protagonist instead of a
But
male.
yeah, point being, we've got more than enough on the Rock's plate to have WWE promos for the next couple years to come.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Regular Rock.
Well, I'm pretty
promos.
sure he worked all of this out. I'm pretty sure he worked all of
Oh,
this
yeah.
out with his schedule before he signed on to be the one of the members of the TKO board. Like,
Yep.
yeah, they like part of the thing was probably like, hey, look, you're basically signing a Legends deal that says you're going to show up like a few times for this storyline or for that storyline. If you notice, he's not just interacting with anybody. He's only interacting with the Bloodline storyline. So,
Right.
like, so yeah, 100%. We're going to see a lot of that, man, and everything that he's doing. All right, so now it has
Yeah.
slowly become time for our final segment and our last segment. I know those mean the same thing. Leave me alone. Cheap Pop Game Reviews is back. All right, I know. Silly accent. I don't know who was doing that. It wasn't me. Anyway. Cool runnings, my brother. Anyway. um,
I ain't John Candy to your Dougie Doug.
Sanka. His name was Sanka.
Okay.
I just watched that movie a
So,
couple of weeks ago. It's pretty good. I love it. All right, so video game time. Um, here's the first news I'm gonna drop on your heads and want to get your take on, gentlemen. Is Ubisoft, that company that
Yeah.
they are, has made the announcement that they are going to be releasing not one, not two, not three, not
Not
five,
even
not
4.
seven, not eight, not nine, but 10 new
Hey,
Assassin's Creed games. Not all at the same time. We're talking about over the next few years, but
over the
still,
next 5 years.
yeah.
So, for everyone playing along at home, that's 2 new Assassin's Creed games every year until 2030.
And
I'm
and
sorry,
and if you're one of the
gentlemen.
ones that buys the
Listen,
special packs, that's $200 a year you're spending till
you
2030.
know
Go
what?
on, say.
I'm gonna tell you this. My end was Mirage right now
Mm,
because of the disappointment. Um, I did not play Valhalla. I did not play Odyssey. I played a little bit of Origins
mm,
because my whole thing, that whole thing started to change. I mean, don't get me wrong with the naval battles and all of that,
yeah,
but Assassin's Creed was supposed to be about the stealth.
yeah. At
That
least the first couple of games.
was that to me what you could call the poor man's Metal Gear
Hmm.
because the weapons and
Yeah,
so forth, but it was all about the stealth.
yeah.
You
And
could study off of that
Here's the problem:
and everything, yeah,
is that we
everything. And I mean, don't
go on.
no, but everything because look, I have played 13 of the Assassin's Creed games, and I mean that means from one all the way up to Assassin's Creed 4. Anything in between that, Rogue, the side-scrolling games, the whole 9 yards. But my favorite, of course, is still the Assassin's Creed, the Ezio trilogy.
Yeah, I have that one.
That's the stealth that I like.
Yeah,
That's what made it happen because it was supposed to be about that.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
and
Let's, I mean,
I I kind of see this as Ubisoft in panic mode,
Yeah.
in that they thought
yep,
that they were golden with Star Wars Outlaws until that came out.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the game, but there are also flaws in the game. And I'm not talking about, oh, you have to play a female character, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm talking about, one, the Ubisoft, there is only one right path you can take to get to the objective.
Yeah. In an
And
open
you
world
have to
game.
spend, yeah, open world game, which I'm okay with most of the time, but running around for half an hour in game trying to find the one specific path. I mean, you guys saw me playing that, and oh no, you don't get up to the top of this mesa by climbing. You can't use your grappling hook up there. No, you have to go to this entire other place on the other side of the river, and you have to speed jump your speeder bike up to the top of the mesa. Well, thanks for telling me that, Ubisoft. Thanks for making that obvious.
so you
But
mean to tell me there's only one path?
yes,
Yeah.
to get to that objective, yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Okay. And
counterproductive.
Yep.
yes,
A hundred
my
percent.
point exactly. When your character has a grappling hook, there's the top of the mesa. I have a grappling hook gun. I'm just it's a Scott Evil, bit. It's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to my room, grab my gun, we can shoot him together. Okay? So, but more than that, apparently part of the storyline I haven't gotten into yet is that if you choose one specific faction to build up all your re- um, renown with, build your good relationships with,
Mm.
one of the major factions that you're slaving away for, there's a point in the game where, in order to proceed to the next part of the game, you have to betray them and lose all that renown that you have been building
Built
up for the past
him.
however. Yeah, that is some weapons grade bullshit right there, my friends.
I would agree.
That is some
100%.
really terrible. So they're panicking about that, and they realize that they don't have any other franchise now aside from Assassin's Creed. Watch Dogs, great idea, flat. The Division, flat.
Okay, well, well, yeah, flat in terms of because I own both of those.
Yeah, I do
Now,
too.
yeah, Watch Dogs one was cool, and I mean two was great.
Two is fine, yeah, but it's
Three on Legion, I was kind of iffy because it involved, as a matter of fact, because one of the main reasons I got um the Legion game is because there was supposed to be an Assassin's Creed
right. Simon,
expansion in the
yeah,
future. Did
Yeah.
that
yeah.
ever come up about?
I think it did, but yeah, it's like look. I mean, and I like Watch Dogs just for the basic concept. I mean, it's GTA with extras. It was
Yeah.
a great concept, and they
Yeah.
kept. Well, it needs to be more Ubisoft, so we need to have more parkour, and
Mm.
we need other stuff. We need newer mechanics, we need and
Yeah, because
they're trying to reinvent the wheel each time, and
that
same with
pissed me off about San Francisco too.
same with
And
same with the,
Oakland was looking at it.
yeah, same with the Division. Okay, great concept until you realize that it's forced multiplayer. You have to do multiplayer to win at this game because you know you can't just
Yeah.
simply play a single player and grind through. I have no problem with that extra grinding being a single player. I object to having to engage in multiplayer zones in order to advance, though.
Yeah. So,
That's what killed Destiny for me. And that was, the hot minute. That was, first person shooters. You had to have forced multiplayer, which
yeah, it was
my
retarded.
problem is, yeah, and I don't want to play with 99.99% of you idiots out there.
Yep.
I like these idiots that I'm on screen with right now. And our schedules never line up. That's who I want to go shoot stuff with in video games.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
Okay.
facts.
facts. Yep.
And that's the problem is that pickup games, I mean, I'm either going to get someone who's competent, I'm going to get some preteen idiot that just wants to teabag everything and call me a noob because I don't know what skibidi means.
It's good to. uh,
Or I'll get somebody who has absolutely no idea what
What
they're doing.
the fuck? Oh my
uh,
gosh, Kadidi, I gotta use that.
for
What
sure.
the fuck?
And
But no, I feel you. Like, yeah, I played. Yeah.
the options
Okay.
on multiplayer, on forced multiplayer, they're not that great.
Yep.
You know, I'm sorry. This is why I
Well,
don't
well,
do MMO raids anymore.
I'm gonna tell you, I will tell you, like I do multiplayer. But the thing about it is that I have to be able to have a thing because I will tell you this: if you know the game more than me, then I'm going to kick back. I'm going to kick back and relax on that. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Like I'm going to listen to you because I don't know the game.
Right.
But
right,
if I know the game better than you, and then you're trying to tell me
yeah,
what the fucking I'm fixing to do, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
yeah.
You can't. You're not gonna come and see me on that.
Or if I'm explaining,
'Cause-
if I'm,
yeah,
if
no,
I'm explaining
seriously.
something to you about how my character build works, and we need to do this, this, and this, and you're all like, well, I'm just going to Leroy Jenkins this. No,
No,
that's
no.
exactly the opposite of how I'm going to be able to help contribute to you guys.
Yeah, well,
That's
you
why
know,
you only
well,
play with friends.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I just
Because, like, wait a minute, hold on, Kevin,
What's up?
and Dreamcast days.
Yeah.
I know we played we played NBA
Yep.
2K the very first year
Yep.
because we all had controllers. We all hooked up, and I think the only person that was the computer, was the fifth player,
Yeah.
was the center.
As a center, yeah.
But
Used
we
to play
all
as a group.
had, yeah, we all played as the Golden State Warriors, and we played as a group.
Yeah.
We played quite a few of those old school RPGs. Like, we would actually sit and take turns and
Yeah.
playing this or unlocking. I think the best time we had was unlocking the characters on Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
That was
And
pretty
we
fun.
sat up there hella evenings.
Yeah.
It's just you have to know who to trust when you play the games. Like, I know that I can definitely play with a few people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
I can play with a few people, but it's like, if I'm going into your game and I'm gonna follow the routes or what have you, like GTA. I'll go team up with somebody or what have you, but temporarily I like doing my own mission
Yeah.
And
because I want to make the money, that belongs to me,
Yep.
and I'm taking 70% of your cut. Like,
Uh-uh.
I'm a bastard, bro. I'm serious.
okay, Suge.
All right.
No, but
Go on,
you
Dave.
know what? And I just had this thought. I want to create a subgroup on our Facebook page. I want to create a first Gen Xers gaming plan for all of us, for everyone that's associated with us, because we know you all, we love you all, we trust you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Love to
So
so
watch
we
you
can
guys
start playing multiplayer games, and we're all spread out enough to where
We can do it.
scheduling will not be as much of a problem. So we can get into multiplayer gaming with everyone.
I'm down.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to work that out, talk with these two gentlemen, and we'll see in the next few days on the Facebook page, the proposal, put it on our event schedules, et cetera, so we can start teaming up and showing these new kids how it's done.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. All right. So that'll close us up on the video
Oh,
game. What's up?
shoot. Oh no, one last thing.
Sure.
For our resident fighting game expert, Chris. So Tekken had a lot of unlockable characters over the years. And a
Yeah.
lot of cameo characters over the years.
Right.
What is the one character that you think Tekken is missing?
Michael Jackson.
Right now,
In all of Tekken, throughout history. With all the
well,
cameos and all the specials and all that. What is the one character
Tiger,
that's like,
probably Tiger. He was the '70s. Version of Eddie, Gordo.
Eddie Gordo.
would,
Capoeira man.
would you believe, and more importantly, would you buy the Colonel in
Like-
Tekken?
KFC.
You mean like the KFC?
Yes.
Hell
I
yeah.
would, because
Would
I
you?
know that's got to be coming.
No, this is something that the guy who created Tekken, I can't remember his name offhand. I'm not going to try to butcher it, but he actually approached KFC Japan to get a license to put the Colonel into Tekken,
Nice.
and they
Nice.
turned him flat down.
Oh. Boo to
Oh
them.
wow.
Boo to
I,
them.
I am intrigued
Well,
by this
I,
concept of having the Colonel versus Ronald versus the
well,
King versus Wendy
well,
in
well.
Tekken.
Here you go though, because they have been talking about wanting to put a Waffle House in the background of
Yeah,
of a
that's
Tekken.
tied
For
into that.
real
Yeah,
though, that's some
exactly.
like
Yeah, he wants to do. He
that
wanted
was some
to
real
do that.
shit.
Yeah, but also because we you know we've talked
I
a bit
mean,
about
Snoop.
how
I mean, Snoop didn't had a Snoop didn't had a Snoop had a background in Tekken Tag Tournament too.
yeah,
So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
but
let's go.
I mean
I'm with it.
basically yeah basically the Colonel is in Japan is you know for Christmas
Yeah.
in America, if you're Jewish, you go have Chinese food for Christmas. In Japan, you go to KFC.
There you go. There you go.
That's the cultural relevance to Japan that KFC has. So,
Nice.
I,
Hey,
hey man,
I
let's
wouldn't
let's
mind
get the
seeing
food
it.
fighting game going.
Down
Yeah.
for it. All right. So,
Alrighty.
all right. So as usual, we close with where can we find you next? So, Rune Scrier, why don't you kick us off?
Okay, you can find me next. Hopefully, if they've got a controller in stock tonight, doing Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2
Nice.
on the night shift. Again, it all depends on whether I can get a new controller because, as the faithful amongst my followers know, I had controller issues yesterday.
Yeah.
So it
Boo
is
to
what it
controller
is.
issues.
Gotta deal. Yeah,
Sorry.
gotta deal with it.
All right, Saint, let us know.
All right. So tonight I'm going to be doing well, maybe tonight because it depends on how things going, but we're going to be doing a different something completely different tonight. Kind of like a special presentation or what have you. Because nobody knows about it. Not, and I mean,
Yeah.
this is going to be something that I've actually been working on for quite a while because we want to be able to do different things on different nights.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing something tonight that is going to add something to the broadcast. It'll probably be on going on maybe twice a month, and we're gonna just see how it rocks. But I guarantee you will be entertained,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you might learn a little something.
So
Yeah.
when is that
Oh,
happening?
That is happening right after the classroom.
All right.
also, getting back to me with night shift. With night shift, my plan is I'm going to be providing different content rather than just the same game constantly. So Sunday night, like I said, get the controller. Sunday night is going to be Space Marine 2. Uh, Monday and or yeah, Monday and Friday nights will be Starfield. And Wednesday night will be Uden Chronicle, 100 Heroes. Saturday night will be Star Wars Outlaws.
Nice. Nice lineup there, sir.
Yeah,
Nice lineup.
trying to get all that. Yeah.
Yeah, this week there will be a schedule. We will have one. I will be doing some different things this week because we want to be able to maximize everything that we can. But I know that definitely for sure that there will be some horror games in there for especially for the month of October because everybody else is playing, you know, what is the show that just came left not left behind,
Five
but
Nights
The
at Freddy.
Last of Us.
Oh, last.
Last of Us.
No, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
We're gonna be going into a whole different thing again. Definitely gonna be getting into some wrestling this week because finally I know that Dark Lord 100. We're gonna be doing a little bit of option on the Wrestling Federation thing, and then maybe every once in a while, me and him will be battling up. So I'm gonna have to come see him like real soon, sir.
Uh,
You
well,
already know what time it is.
you can find me next, as usual, with O'Malley on the
Mhm.
classroom, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then, as far as the gaming goes, you can catch me again tomorrow night playing some NCAA football, college football 25, EA Sports, and Madden 24. But yeah, I kind of do like Dave's talking about different themes: football Mondays, NBA Wednesdays. The new one will be this week. We'll be doing SmackDown Thursdays, where I'll be playing a little bit of WWE 2K24 and setting some stuff up for it, and be doing some matches with Saint. And then my normal weekend, which Final Fantasy is now going to take us a little bit longer, because if you watched last night, you saw that I had to take a step back and go back a couple hours to power up my players, because I was just getting my butt kicked
Yeah.
by the end person over and over again, or one of the end people.
Yeah.
So I'm powering
Hey
up my
man,
players now.
hey look, them Yu-Gi-Oh matches, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was tapping in on that on the late night, man. You was smacking them, bro.
Oh yeah, I was having some fun with those. Definitely having some fun with those. We're gonna keep that going for a few more weeks as well. What's up, Dave?
Cool. Oh, just a reminder, I want to talk to you two guys after we're done, before we all log out.
Okay, for sure. I want to
Okay.
say, all right. So last thing said, as always, is that we love you. Thanks
Okay.
for tuning in. Check out. You see the websites right down there. Check out 2KK2network.com. Check out firstgenxers.com. That's where you can find everything that has to do with everything First Gen Xers, from audio as well as video. So check us out over there, and we will see you guys. I will see you next in a couple of hours. We'll see you all together next week on Sunday for the
All
next
right.
Cheek Pop
Betcha.
podcast. That's it.
Okay,
We out.
we're gonna go ahead and raid. We out.
Later.